Hey guys, this is Donnie with Standing Goods Rescue. Everyone knows by now, I don't know why I even say that. Having to make a couple of stops today. Got one more and then I get to go home. Yay! Glad for that. I didn't go hunting today. Chris and I went day before yesterday in an area that we normally hunt, and we haven't even stepped foot on that property this year at all. So we went over there, we pulled up, and this is public land. Not many people hunt this area because it is only muzzleloader. They don't allow shotguns, rifles, anything of the sort. It's muzzleloader only. And so we pull up over there, and the entire area, it was planted pine trees, and a few years ago they came in and they harvested all the pines. And so the only thing that's left is the swamp, and the pines that are growing back right now, they're anywhere from 8 or 9 foot up to about 15 foot small pines. And anyhow, you can't really hunt in them, but when you get in the areas, there's only a couple areas that's got a few, some pines that are 20 to 30 foot. There's only a few areas in there. The brush is so thick you can't see over it. It's 8 foot, 9 foot thick, very hard to get through, and anyhow, it's almost unhuntable. So we went into the swamp. We met up over there, and Chris grabbed his muzzleloader, and I asked him, so you gonna carry your gun with you? We're just scouting. And normally when we're scouting, we bring our sidearm for protection against wild pigs or, whatever else may be there. And he said, well, I kind of want to carry it. Are you bringing yours? And I said, no, I'm not going to carry mine. It's just, it's the middle of the day. It's noon. Everything's bedded down. Nothing's moving, so I'm not going to carry it. If we kick something up, if we kick up a deer, it's gonna run, and you ain't gonna have time to even aim at it, and he'll be gone. So Chris said, yeah, I'll leave mine. So he put his back in the truck, and we take off. We cut through the small pines, through a little game trail that cuts. There's a real thick edge around the swamp, and there's a couple of game trails that go through it. One of them you can walk through. The others are like waist high, and you'd have to actually crawl. So anyhow, we walked through there, got down in the swamp, and Chris was ahead of me at one point. He was in the front by 5 or 6 feet, and we were just talking and looking for deer sign and wild pig sign, and it is everywhere. That place is it's infested with game. Chris stopped, said, oh my God, there's a buck. He said, do you see it? And I couldn't see it. And then it moved his head, and I seen it. He was bedded down. He had his head up. All you can see is his head, his neck and his head. And I mean a sure enough a buck. Full rack on him. He was only an 8. He may have been a 10 point, but I think he was just an 8. Really wide. The horns on him were just exceptionally 20 inches wide, the beams. Very tall. I mean, a beautiful animal, majestic animal. Chris said, oh my God, I left my muzzleloader in the truck, and he backed up a little bit because we didn't want to spook him. Well, the buck seen us. So he stood up, and he took a few steps forward, and behind him, about 5 feet, was another one. That one was laying down. You couldn't see his head at all. I think he had his head laid down also. When he hopped up, he had 10 or 12 horns on his head. I mean, he wasn't as big as the 8-point one, the one that we believe was an 8-point. He didn't quite have that size to him or that mass, but he was such a beautiful animal. Both of them 200 pounds to 220, just enormous deer for down here in Florida. Well, we backtracked, we got out of there real quietly. They seen us. But they didn't run off. They hopped about 20 yards. They stopped, turned around, looked at us, and they walked off. Well, went back to the truck, got our gear, went and sat up, didn't see nothing. Hunted the next day, didn't see nothing. So anyhow, we didn't get nothing this weekend. It closes, today is Sunday. It is 4:07 p.m. Hunting season closes today at 30 minutes after sunset. Sunset is 4:41, so 5:11. Hunting season will be closed until, well, tomorrow crossbow season opens for 5 days, I believe, but it's only for private land. It's not for public land. General gun season and muzzleloader comes back in on management land. It comes in on December 9th. For private land, December 2nd. So we got a little gap here. We're not going to hunt. But anyhow, hunting season, I haven't gotten anything else yet since I think the doe was the second one that I got. I just got the 2. Chris didn't get any yet. He got a pig. He got a huge boar hog, about 250 to 270 pounds. But, he's actually getting it mounted. Beautiful hog, big tusk on him. So he'll have that mounted. If I remember, I'll get him to send me a picture of it, and I'll show you guys. Or if he's able, I don't think he can get onto his YouTube channel. I think he's having issues. But I'll check and see if he's got that fixed yet, where he could share that pig. It was a beautiful animal too. But anyhow, hunting ain't been doing so good lately. We've been going when I can. We dumped everything we got into the new house, and gas is a big problem right now. So I'm waiting on my check this coming first week of December, and then I'll be able to hunt some more. On the house, the new house, the last day any of the workers were there to work on it was the 14th of November. They've done nothing since then. They're supposed to be here tomorrow working on it. I'm getting a little aggravated over that. It's just one thing after the other. We've had so much going on, a lot happening. We had another bout with coccidiosis with the goats. We lost a couple of little goats due to it. So we're treating animals now, trying to treat them so it doesn't spread and we can get it under control. Coccidia will wipe out your herd if you don't nip it in the bud. It normally your bigger goats do pretty good with it, but the young ones, if you catch it early, you can beat it. You got about a 75% chance of beating it. If you catch it once they start going down, there's not a whole lot you can do. Keep the baby comfortable, keep him nourished, and just try to keep him warm, keep his temperature in check. And that's about all you can do. Pray over him and hope the Lord will let him stay. But anyhow, we're dealing with that right now. So we had some vet bills that we weren't budgeted for. But anyhow, it's life. That's kind of stuff that happens. Give me a few minutes. I've got to get some gas. My next stop is several miles up the road, and I don't have the gas to get there. So I'll be right back with you. Sorry. Somebody pulled behind me and they disappeared. I don't know where they went to. I want to make sure they weren't pulling around when I pulled out from the pump. One of the things I was wanting to share with you guys, I was going to do it on a live show. I'm going to try to put one together. I need to do it soon, but I need to do it kind of early. But I'm going to go ahead and share it with you now. Golly, this road is so bad right here. This is part of the new highway, and it's just, they removed the drive going into the gas station, and it's just dirt, but it's got these huge potholes every foot or so. This thing doesn't have any suspension, so you have to kind of idle over them, or it'll beat the tar out of you. All right. most of you, those of you that have been with us for a while here, you know that our house where we're living now, we have dealt with paranormal activity at times. There was a short while where it was really ramped up, had a lot of stuff going on, and it backed off. We still get the cigarette smell. You'll smell cigarettes in the house. The house has never been smoked in. Kim's grandparents built that home. They were not smokers. They never allowed smoking in the house. But you'll smell it, and it's not concentrated in one area. You may smell it in the bathroom one day, and all of us smell it. You know, you may smell it in the bedroom. You may smell it in the hall or at the opposite end of the house. I mean, it's just, it'll appear, but it only lasts for maybe a minute, and then it's gone. And then you'll smell a perfume. The perfume that we have been smelling, Kim doesn't recognize it. It's not anything that her grandmother or her mother would have worn. So we don't know where it's coming from. But the other day I was getting everything ready, going to go hunting. And it was dark out, and I had let the dogs out. I had the front porch turned on, the front porch light. And if you're standing at the front door, looking out of the door to the left, the light switches are right there. We have it's the underside of a bed. We got a bed to go into the new place that Kim had gotten from one of her friends, I think. But anyhow, it looks like jailhouse bars. And it's the part that goes under the mattress is metal, and it's got these tubes, and it looks like jail bars. That's leaning against the wall right there. So you have to reach between the bars over to the wall to turn the light on and off. A little bit of an aggravation. I mean, it's not bad, but in the dark, it's hard to find the switch because you got to reach through them bars and feel for it. Well, the light was on, and I opened the door swings out like this. The light switch is on this side. I was standing on this side of the door by the hinge, and I opened the screen door, and to call Gracie, because she's deaf, if it's dark out, you know, we flip the light switch on and off 4 times, and she knows that means come in, and she'll run up to the door. Well, she was right there in front of the porch by 8 or 9 feet, and she looked up at me, so I give her the signal to come. She's walking, taking her time. I open the door, and I'm just holding the door open, and the light turns off. I'm standing right there. The switch is 4 feet in front of me. Kim was up, but she was around the corner in the den, and I looked over just to make sure she didn't turn it off, and for some reason, you know, maybe my brain went into a glitch mode, and I just lost a little time, and I didn't see it. And I know she didn't, but I asked her, I said, did you just turn this light off? And she said, no. And I reached over, flipped it, and it came right back on. That's the only switch for the porch light is right there. We don't have a secondary switch for it. So that had happened. Something else had happened, and now I can't remember what it was. Darn. I was wanting to share both of them with you, and now I can't remember the second one. Something else had happened when I was going hunting up there that same morning. Oh shoot, I can't remember what it was. Well, darn. I don't know. I have no idea now. That's crazy. Anyhow, maybe it'll come to me later, and I'll just add it to the video. But anyhow, got a little bit of work I got to do tomorrow, and I'll be free for a couple of days, other than the daily chores and things of that nature. I got some reviews coming up. I got one. I've got it ready to publish on YouTube, but it's a review for a cellular trail camera. I've got it here, but it's down on the floorboard right there, and I can't lean over there and get it. Pretty jam up little camera, actually a nice camera. I'm waiting for the company to email me back, to respond to me, because I will not upload it until I receive a discount code for all of you, any of us that decide to buy one of them, to where we can get a discount. And if they don't provide a code, I will not upload it, because I do not get paid for doing reviews. I don't make anything whatsoever. The only profit that I get off of it is learning about new technology, and 99% of the things they send me I get to keep after I do the review. And that's the only way I profit from it. But as soon as I get the discount code, then I will be publishing that one. But there's some more things that are in the works. I've got they're sending me I don't know what it is. I don't know what you call it. But it's got a little platform that it stands on, a little bracket, and it's got a screen like this, digital. You set it in your car. It's got a rear view, a backup camera that you can mount at the back of your vehicle, and it'll lay out lines. So when you're backing up into a parking spot, it'll show you the lines, and it kind of helps guide you back so you don't run into something. It does not have a forward camera that I've seen on the paperwork for it. But you can link your phone to it. It's set up to link Android devices and Apple devices. You can listen to music through it. I believe you can even watch like YouTube and stuff like that through it. It's got the Sirius satellite radio on. It's got a lot of stuff it offers, a lot of features. They're sending that to me. I'll be doing a review on that one. And then they're sending me a security system, a household security system, and I'll be doing a review on that. And as soon as I get that one, seems like a pretty nice setup. It's all wireless, and it comes with 4 cameras from what I've seen on it. That one, we may end up keeping it. I don't know yet. I don't know what we're gonna do. A large portion of a lot of the stuff that I've received and the things that I'll be receiving in the future to do reviews on, I'll be giving that stuff away. I will be keeping some of the trail cameras that I've gotten, the Woe Sports, the little camera. I'll be keeping those, but I'll be giving away some of the others. I'm going to give away this cell camera. I've got 2 cellular cameras, 2 Tacticams that I pay every month for, and I cannot add another monthly outgoing expense. I just don't have it to add. If I did, I'd definitely keep that camera. It's a nice camera, and it's got a speaker on it. Using the app, if someone's in front of the camera, or an animal that, if you got a camera of your trash can or something, and a dog, a bear, a coon, something come up getting in your trash, you hit the little microphone button on the app, and you can yell into your phone or talk into it, and it'll come out of the speaker on that camera. And that is the loudest speaker I have ever heard in my life on a gadget this small. That thing is so loud. And I thought they had the volume all the way up. I was going to turn it down a little bit because of how loud it is. And they only got it on 60%. So that's crazy. But that camera will be one of the items that I'll be giving away. But we got a lot of stuff coming. A variety of things coming. There will be more security camera things that I'll be doing as far as reviews on them. And if we keep one, everything else we get as far as the security cameras, I'll be giving that stuff away also. I'll be giving away a lot of things. But all of that will happen here, and I want to try to set it up where we can do it on a live show, but I got to do it to where it's fair, to where everyone has a fair chance of getting them, and I got to be able to post a notification ahead of time so that everyone's aware that we're doing it. I don't want anyone to miss out. Some of this stuff that they're sending me is fairly expensive, and if you can get something like that for free, it's a blessing in of itself. Well, guys, y'all have a wonderful afternoon. I just want to touch base with you a little bit, let you know what's going on, and share a couple things with you. But we have more articles. They're actually in here. I thought I had them inside. I was going to do them the day before yesterday, and I thought I left them at home. Got them right there. But we'll be sharing those. Got more articles in the works. Different stuff coming up that Brother Don is working on. We got a lot in the future lined up. We just got to get everything, put it together and make it happen. But that's coming. Y'all be blessed in all you do. If there's anything I can do for you or anything you'd like to share with the rest of us here, please reach out to me on my email. It's almost impossible to contact me through the comments. So please email me at standinggoatsrescue@yahoo.com, and I'll absolutely respond to you. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Be blessed in all you do. I love each and every one of you. I pray that God blesses all of you with good health and prosperity, and that everything that you get involved with blesses you in one way or another. And I will see you all soon. Take care, be kind, be safe. Have a good evening. Bye.